Hey y'all, it's me, Dr. Do from the YouTube channel, Dr. Do. And today's video, I'm going to do a movie review, which I always watched yesterday. You wouldn't know about it. Eternal, the MCU movie that came out November 5th, 2021. Alright? I went there and watched it, alright? I might be one of the first people to ever watch the Eternals. I mean, cool and stuff. Let me tell you something. Eternals didn't do well. I saw the movie. I don't like it. This is the first time Marvel's MCU movie that came out a disaster. Like, no, literally, a disaster. You see here, there were some plot hole and plot twists in the movie Eternals because people don't like how they make that movie. All right, for example, right, what they did to the movie, they changed it differently on the comics. All right, I will tell you that later. But now we could go to the story. The beginning, when I saw the beginning of it, I'm like, okay. Learning how the Eternal were created. The Eternal were beings that from different planets that live like forever, right? With cool superpower abilities that can help them with time, speed, healing, the building, tell stories. I'm like, not bad. I like that. I finally wanted to see what they did during the Endgames thing. Alright? After the snap and stuff. They didn't intervene because they are following an ancient being known as the Celestials. They're the one who created the Eternals to guide planet to planet to help civilization become advanced and learn how to worship this stuff. When I started watching it like that part, I see some problems with it. They went up against their enemy, their arch nemesis, known as the Deviants, the enemy to Eternals in both comics and movie and shows and stuff. But I don't like them. They don't look really good in the freaking movie. The graphics, CGI, Right? The characters. These characters I don't like about. I mean, one of them is a whip-off version of Superman. Icarus, that dude. He's a whip-off of Superman! This girl, the director of this Eternal, Chloe, did it because she was inspired by Superman in freaking Justice League Snyder Cut, alright? That's why. Anyway, he's like a freaking rip-off. I hate him. He might be something in this movie, alright? I don't like the other guy who is the Indian superhero character. He's not supposed to be Indian, alright? He's supposed to be a Japanese Eternal who came to Japan to learn the ways of the samurai and stuff. Why they have to change his race? It's kind of stupid. They try to follow the comic character looks and stuff. And now we get to the other one named, his name Pigo, or something like that, alright? And the black superhero on there. He also the first LGBTQ. That way, I finally glad they just put it in the MCU movie. Finally, I spelled it LGBTQ right there. All right. Anyway, but he doesn't look like his counterpart, who's supposed to be muscle and stuff. But his movie part didn't do well. All right. And then we go to another character who is supposed to be the leader of the Eternal. But she's not supposed to be a girl. She's supposed to be a man in the comics. Sex change stuff that MCU doing, alright? I don't like they do it. So, anyways. She and the Eternals came down to Earth to help, what I said just minutes ago. You get the point? And defeat the Deviants and stuff. Like, 7,000 years later, the Deviants, their old enemy, had returned to take on the Eternals. But they didn't know why they come early all the sun, alright? And also, when the Thanos snapped all the people back, something changed. New plan changed for the Celestial, alright? You got to know that some, in Guardian of the Galaxy Volume 2, Ego is supposed to be a Celestial too. But he told him about making new Celestial like him. So I found out in the movie, it turned out that the Celestial are doing the same thing like Eagle Plan, alright? That's why they didn't do the plan, because of freaking Thanos have a population in the universe. Which technically people saying that Thanos was right to do that, actually. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. You're telling me that the Celestial plan is to do the same thing like Eagle did. And they say Thanos did the right thing, snapping on half of the population of the universe, alright? Okay, look here. That movie was terrible. Like, the review for it also terrible. Why is the saying 48%? IGN give it a freaking 5.3, and Metallica, they give it a 56, which is negative reviews. This is what the worst MCU movie I ever watched since Thor: The Dark Worlds or Iron Man 2 or 3. Okay? So, technically, in the plot twist, Icarus became a bad guy. He was like a spy for the freaking Celestial and Deviant to be their secret opponent. So technically that they started to fight each other, but some of them didn't join because they don't want to be fighting their own brothers, or even called their bots and stuff. So anyway, Icarus and the others fight each other. Icarus can took down their closest friend in the Eternal. He grieves. It felt like he does not want to live no more. So he commits suicide and to the freaking sun. Like this. Well, the one thing he cannot win against Superman, that is Superman resisted to freaking sun, everybody, alright? So the movie that lets you what defeated, and then all of a sudden the Eternals believe that they should find those that like them in other universes. So they went to the galaxy to find more Eternals. But in the post-credit scene, alright, here in the post-credit scene, we got two good actors who play good character. One, Patton Oswalt. That is pretty good. He played MODOK in the show MODOK. And then we got Harry Styles, which I was like, oh my god, man. Play as Thanos' brother. That I like about that post-credit scene. When I went in that theater, I'm like, whoa. And I'm like, whoa, yeah. I'm like, gee, girl really do love Harry Styles. So, when I saw the movie, I thought it would be good, alright? The movie didn't do well. Plot twist, there's so many plot twists, so many plot holes, with people see it as a terrible thing, what they did to the Eternals. Alright? The director of the freaking Eternal didn't do well. She getting bad reviews by critics. Every critic doesn't like it. When I saw the audience, they thinking good and stuff, but I knew for a fact that when they see an MCU movie, they don't care the reviews or the audience reviews, alright? They just want to see action. That's it, alright? MCU just make too much. Just make money because it's MCU. So, my rating for Eternals, the worst MCU movie I ever watched, I give it a freaking 4.5 out of 10. Alright? That movie wasn't hype. I knew this movie was not going to be good at all, because where were they? Where were they during the Endgame, Infinity War, or the other MCU story? What were they doing? Nothing. They just let people get killed, have population dead. Seriously. All because they just following order from the freaking Celestial, who would stab in the back. give with this. Look like MCU is going to get a lot. I feel sorry for the Eternals, but y'all the worst one faced by the MCU. All right, so okay, this is over. All right, so enjoy. I hope you enjoyed this video. Subscribe to the comment below and leave a notification to me, and I'll put a request on there. All right, so anyway, I'll see you next time. Next movie I'm going to review, it's gonna be good. Dune. I'm going to tell you that. Dune will be for you. See ya.